The Super 25 of North American Big Game was introduced in late 2011. Several GSCO members had written in with concerns about the difficulty in obtaining all 29 trophies necessary for the Super Slam, with the polar bear being the #1 concern. Fact is, there are other trophies that present specific challenges as well, such as the Desert Sheep, Roosevelt, and Tule Elk, and of late even a couple of the Caribou have had tag numbers decrease dramatically. With these and other considerations in mind, we knew there needed to be another level above the Super 10. 20 didn't seem to be the right number, so we settled on the Super 25. To qualify for this award, one has to have completed a Super 10. In other words, at least one from each of the 10 categories. After the Super 10, to qualify for the Super 25, a member can have taken any additional 15 trophies on the list. This award has been well received. When we presented it for the first time in 2013, there were nearly 20 people who were honored that year. You're going to see several again this year, which proves the importance of this second level for North American big game hunting. So please hold your applause until everyone in the group has been introduced. As your name is called, please quickly make your way to the stage. Our next Super 25 recipient is Johnny Bunson of Texas. He completed that milestone in September 2012 with the outstanding Tule Elk you see here. Johnny took both a black bear and Alaska brown bear in 1992. We wanted to show you both of those because they're both excellent, so we had a good year some 20 years ago. Well, moving along to 1996, we find a great moose that Johnny took in the Yukon. Now to get closer to the present, we chose Johnny's very nice 2006 Rocky Mountain elk to illustrate this Super 25, and we'll finish up with his beautiful Sitka blacktail from 2008. He was an excellent Columbia black-tailed deer from Oregon that got Rick Ferrara of Indiana to the Super 25 in late November 2013. Rick got another amazing trophy in 2013, and that was a huge Nebraska elk that he took on a conservation tag auctioned by GSCO at our convention that year. He also bought a Central Canadian Barren Ground caribou hunt on our auction and took a great trophy. To back up a little, we're going to show several other trophies Rick's taken along the way. We also want to mention that Rick has been with us for all of our conventions and has been a tremendous supporter over all these years. He's hunted around the world, but has certainly not neglected the great trophy hunting found in North America. Congratulations, Rick, on yet another milestone, and we wish you the best toward those final 4 on the Super Slam list. Charles Heron of Alabama got to the Super 25 in October 2013 with a Roosevelt elk from Vancouver Island, British Columbia. He actually added number 26, his Grand Slam Desert Sheep, in December, but we'll save that for our Friday night awards. We'll give you a sneak peek by showing you his California Bighorn taken in 2013, however. Charles has been busy hunting around the world, but has not neglected North America. That can be proven easily when you see 3 additional trophies Charles took in 2012. He's certainly been on a slam quest for not only the 25, but the others in GSCO's family of slams. Look for more from Charles this week. Wyoming outfitter Toby Johnson's been very successful in his profession by helping so many to take their trophies in that state. Toby's also been a very prolific big game hunter himself and is registered with GSCO, a Grand Slam, and Ovis World Slam. We're most pleased to honor him tonight for the Super 25 of North American Big Game. He's taken the majority of his trophies from the list on self-guided hunts. Many of the trophies you've seen and will be seeing were self-guided. There were even a couple we didn't show, as Toby was not in the photo since he was alone and didn't have a timer on his camera. Toby's been a great supporter of GSCO and has donated several hunts to our auctions over the years. He's been a great ambassador for us, recommending that many of his clients join up. Thanks, Toby, and congratulations. We're most pleased to be able to recognize Jack Link of Wisconsin for his Super 25. Did you recognize him in the 1975 photo with a Barren Ground caribou or with his 1971 Alaska Yukon moose? If not, you'll recognize him in the next several other photos you're going to see here. We'd like to take this opportunity to acknowledge Jack and his company Jack Link's Beef Jerky as one of our corporate sponsors for multiple conventions, including 2014. They're also supportive advertisers in our SlamQuest publication. Jack, of course, has been hunting North American big game, stretching into his 5th decade. He's hunted the world as well, but tonight we get to honor him for his North American hunting. Thanks, Jack, for all your support over the years. Jeff Mayerl of Pennsylvania is a prolific big game hunter, having hunted all around the world and is a triple slammer with GSCO. He completed his Grand Slam, Ovis World Slam, and Capra World Slam all in 2008. Jeff's also hunted North America's big game extensively, with the earliest trophy that he entered as a 1987 black bear you've already seen. You've also seen a muskox and Rocky Mountain elk that Jeff took in 1993. And the next trophy was a big mountain lion from 1997. Now I want you to see his 2002 polar bear and 2003 bison. Jeff has lots of great trophies, and the last two that you'll see here are his exceptional mule deer from 1999 and his big brown bear from 2000. Pat O'Neill of Minnesota has been a very supportive friend to GSCO. He has attended most of our conventions dating back to 2005 and has always been right there as an auction buyer and bidder every year. This man certainly knows how to have fun, and one rarely sees him without a smile on his face. Pat actually got to the Super 25 quite a few years ago, but got busy in 2013 and got everything documented. Some of the photos you've seen date way back, including the first one that was a cougar that he took in 1981. Most of the others were during the 1990s, but the last two are a pair of trophies that he took on the same trip to Alaska in 2000. He got an excellent moose and barren ground caribou. Joe Sebo of Georgia is celebrating 10 years with us as the official GSCO convention photographer. What a great job he's done over the years. Joe's been a prolific North American hunter, stretching into his 5th decade. That, of course, can be proven by some of the photos you've seen here of a very young Joe. When we instituted the Super Slam and Super 10, Joe sure was an advocate for another level, and his encouragement helped bring about the Super 25. When we introduced it, he needed only 4 to get there, and he got one of those in 2011, added another in 2012, and that was a woodland caribou. In 2013, Joe continued to use a muzzleloader and added numbers 24 and 25 in Oregon by that same method. Those last two were a Columbia blacktail and Roosevelt elk. Thanks, Joe, for all your help these past 10 conventions, and congratulations on your milestone. The only trophy standing between Ben Siegmiller of Utah and the Super Slam is a polar bear. That means Ben has obviously been doing a lot of hunting throughout his life and has taken some exceptional trophies. We've backed up and have shown you several in consecutive order. After looking at Ben's application, we found that he took about a dozen of the 29 during the 1990s. He continued on in the next millennium, and it seems that it was a Columbia blacktail in 2007 that actually got him up to number 28, meeting that elusive polar bear. Since we have a polar bear hunt on our Raffle-Rama, we sort of suspect Ben's just might be in there buying up a few tickets. Congratulations on the Super 25, Ben. William H. Bill Smith of Wyoming and his wife, Sue, have missed only one convention of the 10 we're celebrating this evening. It's certainly great to have them with us again for this year's event. Tonight, however, we want to honor Bill for his Super 25. As a long-term guide and outfitter in Wyoming, the majority of his trophies were taken self-guided, and many of them were in his home state. Furthermore, Bill's Super 25 was actually completed in the early 1990s, but he just got around to doing the final documentation recently. He's taken multiples of many of the animals required, and some of the photos you're seeing here are from years ago, mixed in with others of Bill's most recent handsome self. He needs only 3 to reach the Super Slam level, the polar bear being one of those. That completes our first group of Super 25 holders. Again, please make your way to the stage quickly. We decided to let the Super 25s taken by archery be separate from the others. So please hold your applause until everyone in this group has been introduced. As your name is called, please quickly make your way to the stage. Joel Johnson of Michigan recently documented his 2 latest trophies toward the Archery Super 25. Actually, a heavy horn Sonora Mexico Desert Mule Deer was number 25, and his September 2013 Mountain Caribou got him to 26. Joel certainly has a good shot at getting to the Super Slam within the next year or two, as he only needs a Thule elk Canada moose, and Shiras moose to get there. He completed Archery Grand Slam number 43 with the Bighorn in 2009, so got those tough ones out of the way. Another tough one that went by the wayside in 2004 was the Polar Bear. We're going to back up and show you some trophies dating all the way back to the mid-1990s and all the way up to the two most current ones you saw earlier. Congratulations, Joel, on yet another amazing archery milestone. We're most pleased to honor Warren Strickland of Alabama for his Archery Super 25. This man only hunts with a bow and has certainly taken his share of outstanding trophies over the years. As a matter of fact, we're going to show several of those here and try to paint a picture of how he went from looking like a mere teenager to his present handsome debonair self. In the packet he sent, he had multiple whitetails and mule deer, and we're going to throw in some of those, but by the time you finish looking at all we have to show you from Warren Strickland, one thing will be perfectly clear. He's an avid bow hunter and has certainly been successful over the years. By the way, he was only the 25th person to complete an Archery Grand Slam, and he did that back in 2006 with a stone sheep. Good luck, Warren, on the final three, which are the brown bear, Sitka blacktail, and barren ground caribou. We certainly hope you've enjoyed this year's Super 25 awards and the way that we've honored all those who've accomplished this amazing milestone. Let's give them all one last round of applause.